over to you, Ryan, as you're an alumni of Purdue. So you have that connection right away with Raghu, where he's talking from right now, and you are the president of Industrial Tech, the group out of Feyen Zylstra. Let's do a couple things. One, let's hit your background. Where are you from? You have a really interesting resume of experience, but I want to hit on a couple things. Smart Manufacturing Innovation Center at Feyen Zylstra is the first innovation center outside of academia, which I think is kind of interesting.
Mhm.
But also, there's a big focus on leveraging partners and manufacturers in the industry to really focus on supporting small to medium-sized manufacturers, but also create skilled trades and workforce programs. Dive into who you are and let's talk about what that vision is.
Sure. So I'm Brian Cahalane. I'm the president at FC's Industrial Tech Division, and we serve a diverse set of customers across a fairly wide group of industries. My journey here has I've been a customer. I spent time or as an end user at Goodyear, Colfax. I led a digital transformation initiative. I've been a systems integrator, a consultant with Deloitte. I developed a lot of the products that are now hitting the market. With General Electric, and ran the Rockwell software division for a while. I think my path hasn't exactly been direct, but I've managed to see a lot of different things and a lot of different angles. And for me, one of the important things is that a lot of these technologies are actually fairly mature. And for a while, they've been somewhat locked up. The business models of the super majors, the Microsofts, the AWSs, the Rockwells, while they serve the broad industry, much of the discussion is between the Fortune 500, the big companies, the companies that have a serious infrastructure where they can afford to set the standards. And I'm not sure that's true on the whole, but I think that it would be a fair statement that the mid-market, the smaller manufacturers are tend to be catching up, or tend to always be playing catch up. Maybe they leapfrog because they're more nimble, but I don't want to say they've been bypassed by technology, but they've certainly they aren't as involved at a broad level. And I saw that as when I was leading some of the product initiatives. So, like Sherry, I actually was just going to hit play on what Sherry said because I thought it was fantastic that this is I think the stat is something like 85% of manufacturing is less than 20 million businesses or locations annual revenue. They aren't these huge processing lines. They aren't heavily vested in a bunch of research. Even from an educational standpoint, a lot of they're using every person that they have to make stuff. They aren't necessarily using every person they have to spend a bunch of time thinking about stuff. And so for us, it was super important to take these technologies that are rich, that are already proven. This is not, I love the idea of starting small and moving fast, but at the same time, that almost introduces the idea that you might fail. And these are proven technologies that have been around for years, and that have been in cycle in some of these larger companies for many years. And the ability to make more out of the technology that we already have that's right at our fingertips, and the opportunity to, as manufacturing comes back to this country and as investment renews, to be able to do it in a way that leapfrogs the past and to do it right the first time, I think is just a really transformative opportunity for us. It's a really exciting opportunity. And I think that partnering and collaborating both with peer SMIC groups as well as across industry. There's so much demand right now for these technologies, for these skills. There's such a shortage of resources. It is a great opportunity for us to just share and collaborate and take the best practices and propagate them. So the Sesame core mission and our core mission are super aligned in that regard.